Greetings, beautiful souls, beautiful beings. Thank you for being here at this time. Life is much grander than any of you have yet to realize. And even though we watch from the other side and watch how far you have come, we also know how far there is to go and how much beauty and magnificence and love there is for each and every one of you, not just from the other side that exists all the time. And it is important for you to realize that, to understand that this love for you, this love for understanding your power and your magnificence always exists. It never ceases to exist. It is always there for you, waiting for you to acknowledge it within yourself. And so it is, we'll say, the most vital thing you can do in life is to awaken to your truth, to awaken to your own power, and discover your own purpose. And discovering your purpose, we'll say, is the least you can do, because as you awaken to who you truly are, you will naturally step into a knowing of how life functions and why you are alive, why humanity is here, why it is part of this grand, beautiful existence, and you will have a knowing of what this life is for. Each of you embodies a unique body, a unique personality, a unique human being. And there is a very, very large diversity of all of you, and it is because in infinity, every and any possibility is true. And here on earth, you are only exhibiting a fraction of the infinite possibilities of what a human can look like, talk like, think like, express like. But each of you is an aspect of creation. Each of you is an aspect of life, an aspect of divinity, of God, of the universe. It is all aspects of creation, regardless of what you want to put labels on. So we will sometimes use the words God or universe interchangeably. It is whatever preference suits you. But at the end of the day, it is all creation. It is all life. It is all experience. So you are here in this unique body for a very specific reason. And we're not here to tell you that reason, because the reason you are so unique is because you chose to be that way. And the reason you are so unique is because you embody a specific energy that is attuned to you in this time, in this being. And understand that energy, we'll use the word ruler, not in any type of dictatorial meaning, but energy is a true ruler of this universe, because energy is what it is all created by, and energy is what you feel every day. Energy is what affects you every day. Energy is what manifests into reality. When you come into this life, you come into a body. That body is birthed from parents, birthed from a mother, but also requires some form of a father. And that carries energy with it. And they don't just carry their own energy, they carry the energy of their parents, and their parents before them, and their parents before them. So all of that energy is passed down on some level. You are your own being, but believe us when we say you are also the child of all humanity. Because all humanity is affected by all of humanity. And all of humanity is affected throughout space and time. Because energy carries on. Now, it carries on in pieces, in percentages. You can always override the power and the energy that surrounds you. And we'll say that again. You can always override the power and energy that surrounds you. Now, this is not to diminish the significance of the power around you, because the collective is a very, very strong force. It's a very, very strong energy. And it is not something that necessarily changes overnight with a single thought, but it can. It can, but it is not likely because it is such a strong energy. And so you are required to build as strong an energy within yourself to then have that force to withstand the collective energy from outside of you, and build that force within you to actually change the collective energy and force outside of you. And going back to the family unit, so you embody this specific person, this specific being, human being, your own energy, also taking on the energy of your family. And if there's siblings, you have to be affected by energy around you. And that's why families are part of the soul challenge. They are also part of the soul healing. You choose the families you come into, both parents and siblings, because they all form a purpose for your awakening, for your enlightenment, for you to learn what to let go of. You ever notice if you're triggered by your siblings? You ever notice if you trigger your parents? Do you ever notice if your parents trigger you? There's a reason for it, because anytime you are triggered, it is for you to release something you are holding on to. And anytime you trigger someone else, it is for you to help them release something they are holding on to. We just haven't seen it clearly enough yet in humanity for it to work as beautifully and as gracefully as it is actually meant to work. And that is where awareness comes in. The more awareness you bring into your body and your being, the more aware you become of why life works the way it does, and the more aware you become of why creation works the way it does. There are reasons for everything, and the more awareness you bring into your being, the clearer those reasons become, and the more obvious those reasons become. And you realize that you are not here put into a version of hell living on earth. You are not here put into a version of suffering. You are here to understand life, to create life, to enjoy creating life, creating creation. And once again, in the family, it can seem like the most challenging role for you in this life. It is a microcosm of the macrocosm. Families are close-knit to help you work on yourselves in a much more intimate scenario, because it can be overwhelming trying to work on yourselves looking at the entire collective humanity as the reflection that they are. And so things are reflected on every level. Things are reflected on the macro level. When there's wars happening in the macro level, it also means that there's battles going on within society and within families and within yourself and even within your body, even within your cells. Everything is reflected forward and backward on every level. And it is all part of the grand scheme of things for you to come to the awareness to understand all of it. And when you truly come into understanding all of it, you will love all of it. You will understand why it was created the way it was, and you will have a new appreciation for everything that happens, and a true appreciation for why it all happens. And we wish this for you, a speedy awakening, a speedy coming into awareness. And we ask you every day, if you want this for yourself too, if you want this for humanity, focus on awareness. Focus on bringing in awareness. Every time you're triggered, ask for awareness around it. Thank you for this trigger. Why am I being triggered? What am I still holding on to that is blocking my own happiness, my own joy? What am I holding on to that is blocking me from creating the best version of myself? What am I holding on to that is blocking me from creating the best version of humanity that I can, because I am a participant in the collective of humanity? Every one of you has a choice, and when every one of you works on more awareness, everything else follows. And only a little awareness every day helps to shift you and your life. So keep intending, keep holding on, keep bringing awareness into your being. Thank you. I am here to awaken you to who you really are, to your full potential. If you want to work with me, just go to my website, gregcampese.com.